Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Tsongkhong. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dubden Dorji. Homage to the rituals of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, Amugabhasa Avalokiteswara. Sumu, Tanchen Katso, Tutan Siti, Tutan Kama. All Dhamma masters, Dhamma lecturers, Dhamma teachers, Dhamma instructors, Dhamma tutors, temple and center directors, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good afternoon. How do you do?
Ora Nico, que quiero mucho. Sukoi, Ijiba, Kimochi, Jumi, Yapi, Purin Purin, Konnichiwa. 现在通知大家，下个礼拜天。
I would like to announce for next Sunday, April 21st at 3 p.m. there will be Jundi Buddha Mother Homa fire offering ceremony. Jundi Buddha Mother was yesterday's group practice, and next Sunday there will be the Homa. And Jundi Mudra is the most special. It's called the general mudra. So before you perform mudra transformations, you must form this general mudra, and which is also the mudra of Jundi Buddha Mother. Master Pufang in Taipei built the Zhongzi Temple, which also means all-inclusive temple. Lenin had visited the temple. How was it? He's visited the Zhongzi Temple of Master Pufang. So the main deity at the Zhongzi Temple is Jundi Buddha Mother. And next week there would be Jundi Buddha Mother's Homa. The Dharma power of Amugabhasa Avalokiteswara and Jundi Buddha Mother are extremely tremendous. Actually, the Dhamma power of Jundi Buddha Mother, Dhamma power of Amoghapasa are about equal. And today we perform the Amoghapasa Avalokitesvara Homa with 3 heads and 4 arms, and each of the face has 3 eyes, and the 4 hands, one is holding mala, chanting beads. And by calling upon her name, then she would deliver equally. And one hand is holding lotus, and the lotus is to eradicate calamities and to enhance your good fortune or blessings. And one hand is holding a purification vase, and all karma can be eliminated with the nectar vase. And one hand is holding lasso. Whatever wish you have will be tied by the lasso, and so your wishes will be fulfilled. So Amoghapasa Avalokitesvara in our True Buddha school always has the most primary supplicants for her Homa. Because most importantly is in the name non-empty or infallible, that you would receive whatever you ask for. And above her is the Amogha Siddhi Tathagata, Amogha Siddhi Buddha or Tathagata. And she's also called the Equal Deliverance Vajra. Equal deliverance means equally delivered. So this deity has a supreme power for Bardo deliverance. The mantra is very cool. We say cool because the light mantra of Vairocana, the Vairocana's light mantra comes from this mantra. And then there's also the mantra of the infallible money offering mantra, which can transform into numerous and to equally offer. So there are several mantras. So Vairocana Buddha's light mantra or mantra of light, which is the mantra of light of Vairocana Buddha. And the other mantra is the money offering mantra, the infallible money offering mantra. So by making the offering, it would be infallible. So this Amoghapasa Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva is truly majestic, powerful. Let's share a joke. Stay quiet. This person said, my wife is singing in the house, and to make sure that the neighbors don't think I'm abusing her, I am sitting outside to prove that I'm not inside the house. Nobody laughs. I think I've told this joke. A girlfriend brought Xiaoming to meet her parents, and the mother asked him, so why should I let my daughter marry you? And Xiaoming replied, I may be a rich man. And the mother smiled and have some water. Why did you say that you may be a rich man? Either you are or you're not. Why did you say you may be or might be? So Xiaoming took the lottery ticket out of his pocket and showed her, see, it's over 900 millions now. I don't know whether I will win or not. So the future mother-in-law said, get out of here. The husband just got home from work and said, honey, I'm back. What's for dinner tonight? And the wife replied, so it's a cold plate of leftover. And the husband replied, any other choice? And the wife said, sure. You can choose to eat or not to eat. Okay, now to the main topic, Q&A from America. How do you pronounce this?
太阳大日的日，旁边一个军队的军。
辉
啊？辉。辉啊。莲花慈辉。
Lotus 慈辉。
我发音真的很不好，没有讲过的。
Pronunciation is really bad. I don't know how to pronounce characters that I don't usually see. A beloved Grandmaster, your disciple has made a vow to follow Grandmaster life after life. Yet I also feel apprehensive and bewildered. What if I don't find you in a future life and get lost in the chaotic world? So I would like to ask Grandmaster, Is there a way to prevent your disciples from easily losing their true nature in future lives? How can disciples smoothly find Grandmaster in future lives? Thank you, Grandmaster, for resolving this. And I wish Grandmaster and Simu with auspiciousness during the day, auspiciousness at night, auspiciousness around the clock, with good health, and Om Guru Lien Sung Siddhi Hom. By Lotus 智慧. See, I've forgotten it.
70岁就会偶尔遗忘。
In the 70s, you sometimes forget, but at 80s, you forget it completely. They made a vow to follow Grandmaster life after life. If you have this power of vow, then you will definitely find Grandmaster. There's lots of power here. The so-called vow, the vow that you generate, will generate power. If you chant Om Guru Lien Sung Siddhi Hom every day, then naturally on your body you would have that magnetic power of frequency. It's like when you are trying to receive the television channels, or you're trying to find a channel, then by pressing it, it will appear. Like radios before television time, you turn it to that frequency, and that's the code. It's just like Om Guru Lien Sung Siddhi Hom, the number. So, with the vow that you made, that and by chanting this mantra, then you would turn to the right place, and then it would appear. It's the same like the radio. So, because you have made the vow to follow Grandmaster, that means you set a frequency, and chanting the mantra is the frequency itself. Then Grandmaster will appear. It's the same concept, the same with television. You select the right channel, the same with the internet. So if you want to find Grandmaster's giving Dharma teaching and you find the right channel, then you will see it. So since you have made the vow and you would have Grandmaster in your mind, and you chant the mantra, and you visualize, and you form the mudra and the mantra, with these three will appear, Grandmaster will appear. So there's no need to be afraid that you wouldn't be able to find, because when you have the power of the mind, the power of your vow, and the power of your faith, then you will definitely be able to find. And especially by chanting the Guru mantra and with visualization or mindfulness of the Guru and form his mudra, then definitely you would be able to find your Guru. recently, it's very strange.
这几天我很奇怪，
These few days, it's been very strange every night, continuously for a week.
眼睛闭，
At night, when I close my eyes and lie in bed, I would fly.
哪里去？
I always fly and go
我有一个感觉，
somewhere. I had the feeling, and that was
我突然间想到，
all of a sudden I thought of a place,
想到过去走过的地方，
of the places that I had visited before.
我就一弹指，
And then, with the snap of the fingers,
脚一蹬，
and with a jump,
我在这边就消失掉，
then I would disappear here and appear in that place.
而且是这个样子，好像说在梦中
And it's like this.
上的时候，
In the dream,
这样子，
at night, it's always like that.
然后脚
And with the snap of the fingers,
跳来，
and I just use my feet, jump a little bit, and then I would disappear
出
here,
现在我去的
and I would appear
敷衍，我都能够，
in the place that I want to
整
be,
个地球，
no matter how far, all over the earth, everywhere,
我都能够到，
any countries.
就有这种本领。还有呢，那个墙啊，我明明
So I have such an ability. And the walls, I saw it this very thick,
跟钢墙一样，
and it's like a Vajra wall with the
我一侧
boundary protection.
那
And
个墙，
sideways, I can enter into the wall and then appear on the other side of the wall.
真的，就像那个杨家慧，杨家慧的女儿在这里，
Like Yang Jiahui, Mr. Yang Jiahui's daughter,
看到我的时候，我是从墙里面走出来，
when her parents saw me, I came out from the wall.
能够穿过很，
I could pass through a very thick
也可以穿过。
and solid wall.
另外我有一点呢、
And
弥勒日巴是在白天呢，我是在晚上。
Milarepa was in the daytime and I'm at night. That's a big difference.
然后还有一点，我觉得我需要什么东西，好，
One more thing, if I need
需要什
something,
么东西，我就好像用金刚力
say this Vajra bell,
把它盖起来。这个里面本来没什么东西，
it's nothing underneath.
这样一弹指也是一样，一弹指，
The same with the snap of the fingers.
这里面就有
I check inside it. There is a 50 carat diamond.
在梦中啊，
In the dreams.
梦中啊，梦中。
In the dreams, okay?
哎，我需要什么东西？
Like what I need.
他用一个盖子盖住，然后观想那个东西。
I just use something to cover it, and then I visualize that thing inside the cover, and then I pick up the cover, and that thing is in there.
成了，你们刚
So that's accomplishing what we wish, what we want.
就成就。
So whatever you want, whatever you
看到喜欢的，
wish for would
看
happen.
到喜欢的，
Like during flying, I see something, and with my palm,
那个喜欢的东西就飞过来。
and I extend it vertically, and that thing that I like would fly into there. It's been happening like that all week.
不过那是在梦中啊，
But it's in the dreams.
弥勒日巴可以飞行啊，
Milarepa can fly, I know. He practiced until he had the attainment of inner fire, and then his body and mind is like fire, and he could fly in the sky. And it's recorded in his hagiography. So this is the so-called accomplishing what we wish for. So I can fly all night. So wherever I want to go, with the snap of the fingers, and then I bounce a little bit, and I would disappear here and appear there, no matter how far. So when a disciple is thinking of Grandmaster or mindful of Grandmaster, chanting Grandmaster's mantra, and form Grandmaster's mudra, then it'll be there. He'll be there. Whatever you ask for will be fulfilled, like the Dharma sister from Melbourne last night. And I can also appear in the dreams of many disciples, of all disciples. The two sisters from Ipoh, Malaysia, please stand up, two of you. Did you see Grandmaster in the dreams?
师尊好，我先说我其实呢，经常都会梦见师尊。
I often dream of Grandmaster giving me a blessing on the heads, and the blessing power is really great. And every time I wake up, I can still feel the warmth and the energy. And it happens often. So it can appear in dreams, and not only that. And in the daytime, I'm next to you. And is Lin San's family here? No, they're not here. Then she could not give a witness, because when Lin San was in the hospital, he said that he could feel that Grandmaster is visiting him and together with him for 24 hours a day. And his daughter Lilia asked him, "So did you just feel it?" And he said, No. Grandmaster is sitting right next to him, and very real, like in real life. How can I have time to accompany him 24 hours a day in the hospital? He was in the hospital. But Grandmaster Lu was sitting right by his bedside 24 hours a day. So you can ask Lilia if you see her. And it's completely, Grandmaster appears completely like a real life person. And he could see. So they searched for me when I was still in Ballard, and they took refuge in Ballard. In Ballard, long ago. So they were disciples as when I just got here in America. and also many more from Taiwan, of course.
最早皈依的，
But in America,
杨家慧也来，杨家慧
I think Yang Jiahui too,
都来。
and Li Mei
巴那时候，
who are the parents of Susan.
他们那时候也，
They're all in Ballard then.
哇，还有连知连广，
And also Lian Zi, Lian Guang, Jessie and Demi have come find me.
你站起来
Demi, please stand up, Demi.
啊，他很早。 那时候她年轻的很呐、
That's a long time ago. She was very young then,
金华美女，
and her hair was blonde,
面孔始终
beautiful blonde,
像喝酒一样。
very beautiful. Her face is always red, blushed like after drinking. Please sit down.
那是很早了，就在巴拉。
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
间隔闭关3年的时候，他们来皈依。
That was in Ballard. They took refuge when I was in Ballard, when I was still in seclusion in the attic there.
登广告，
It's very strange. I came to America and I didn't have any advertisement or news or on television announcing that I came to America. However,
很多人
there are many people
铁萨斯来的，
who came from Texas, from New York,
从很远丹佛来的，
from
很远的，还有缅因
Denver, from Maine,
啊，还有北卡来的。
and North Carolina.
他们晚上做梦，
They had dreams at night
卢师尊
that
已经到了美国。
Grandmaster Lu is now in America.
这些人来找我的，都是
So
梦到
all these people who came to me when I was in Ballard had dreams of Grandmaster, telling them that Grandmaster is in America. And they were looking and looking and then found me in Ballard.
我记得有一件事情，
I remember one thing
我到了巴拉的时候，
when I got to Ballard.
老大、老二、老三，
The three Chen brothers
以巴拉巴，
were very helpful.
他们事先帮我找了一个房子，就在巴拉。
And I spent $80,000 and bought a house in Ballard.
也是老大、老二，
And my immigration to America was also helped by the three Chen brothers.
赔了万的生意。
And then finally, I immigrated to Seattle using L1 visa. And the first time I lived in Ballard,
老大、老二、老三讲，
I told the three brothers,
不可以摆一张桌子，
can I just
问事
put a table or a desk
就可以。
in the living room, and then I can give spiritual consultation here too, like in Taiwan.
后他们跟我讲，
But they told me,
这里是美国哎。
but Grandmaster, this is America, it's not Taiwan.
打开门，
In Taiwan,
300个人就进来，
you open your front door and there would be 300 people lining up
从1号到300号这样子问事的，
from number 1 to 300
私下拿
lining up
轮到
for spiritual consultation, and some even bribe Simu so that they can get
真的是潮水
get in the front. So at those times,
进来，每个
my spiritual consultation is like a flood,
还有安乐
like hundreds of people. They need to take a number, and then under the table too.
还快一点，
So asking Simu to give them an earlier slot.
异想天开啊！
But in America, I had this idea, and I thought, hey, you're in the furniture business, right?
Find furniture，
John's Fine Furniture.
在台湾是台大木业，到美国有 Jones Fine Furniture。
So they are in also in a wood business in Taiwan, and they were in furniture business and a huge warehouse in Takwila. They had a huge warehouse there, Takwila.
有一个很大，接近沙瓦县城。
It's close to the South Center.
沙瓦县城那里有一个很大的仓库。
They had a huge warehouse, so that's the branch in America.
来到美国。
So I came here through that channel, that way. So because you're John's Fine Furniture, right? So you must have a desk, and then we can place it in the living room. But the three brothers told me, hey, this is America, nobody will come. And every morning I did open my doors and look out, and not even one person or one car. Nobody. Completely empty. And then there was someone, and that's a cat, scratching on the door, at the door. So I thought, oh no. I thought I could have given a spiritual consultation in America and many people would come, but nobody did. However, not long after that, they all dreamt of Grandmaster coming to America. Like the stewardess of China Airlines, Sen Yinhua, she knew and she looked for me. And from California, the Dasenpo, the great auntie, and she found it. She found my ballot place. And Lai Wen-yen from Canada, Vancouver, Master Lien Gao, he also found me in ballot. And as soon as the great auntie came, she was like a broadcaster. And then everybody in California came. And then in Vancouver, Lai Wen-yen also found many people, or took many people to come. And from New York City, Lien Wei, Wenny, she took and she walked from a faraway place carrying a few bottles of Coca-Cola to find me in my ballot house. So it started. The business has started. So what I mean by telling this, as long as you have Grandmaster in your mind, don't be so responsive. You chant Grandmaster's mantra, then you would be able to receive a reception from Grandmaster. Reception or responses from Grandmaster. That's what I meant. So coming to America, I was such a stranger. Did not know anything or anybody. I was going to immigrate to Costa Rica. Initially, I planned to immigrate to Costa Rica. Do you know? That's speaking Spanish. So I would say something like "Te quiero mucho," because they speak Spanish. Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, they're all next to each other. So I had an affinity with Panama since then. You dream of Grandmaster 4 times this week? Am I thinking that much of you? No, it wouldn't be. In one of the dreams, there were two places. Very pleased to be dreaming of Grandmaster. There's always benefits. Thank you, Lianzi, Master. As long as you make offerings to me, then I'll go visit you often. Because she doesn't. It's a joke, though. Four times dreaming of Grandmaster in a week, then you must make lots of offerings. You should prepare, okay? Because I've been chanting Guru Mantra, that's why. What? You're continuing? Again? I'm reading Guru Tsongkhapa's biography again. And Grandmaster appeared wearing Tsongkhapa's robe and hat. And the face is Grandmaster's face. So I saw Grandmaster is Guru Tsongkhapa. And I was watching the CD of the Ngaklim, the development stages of Tantrayana. And I saw Grandmaster appearing vertically in front of me. So Grandmaster is Guru Tsongkhapa. Please be seated. Please be seated. Now you're saying that then you don't need to make offering. If you go to mainland China and you go to Yonghe Gong, the temple in Beijing, and they enshrine at the center Tsongkhapa, Guru Tsongkhapa, and Guru Tsongkhapa also has a dimple on her face, on his face, and the same as Grandmaster. Someone saw Tsongkhapa in the Yonghe Gong temple and said, looks like Grandmaster. That's just resemblance, not the same. Okay, just very similar, but not necessarily the same. What again? Okay. Someone said They went to the Yonghekong temple
他认为
and saw Tsongkhapa,
雕的跟师尊
and they believe that that statue looks like Grandmaster.
好，我们讲维摩诘经，
Now we'll talk about Vimalakirti Sutra.
为种，
The 5 enshroudments are seeds. The 6 sense entrances are seeds. 7 consciousness realms are seeds. 8 wrong practices are seeds. 9 afflictive realms are seeds. 10 unwholesome paths are seeds. In summary, the 62 views and all afflictions are all seeds of the Buddha.
这些东西都属于佛种。
All these things are considered seeds of the Tathagata.
62见，什么是62见？
What are the 62 views?
就是62种邪见
That's the 62 deviant views,
现起。
the improper or incorrect views, and they are the seeds of the Tathagatas. And humans have all kinds of afflictions, and yet all afflictions are all seeds of the Buddha. So,
塔巴，哎，不是。
so in the Sutra Vimalakirti, not Tsongkhapa.
摩诘讲这个维摩诘经里面，
So Vimalakirti, in the Vimalakirti Sutra, Vimalakirti mentioned that afflictions
从维摩诘经
are
拿出来，
puti or enlightenment. So that famous phrase
例如
that afflictions are enlightenment comes from the Vimalakirti Sutra, and the same with the phrase or the famous phrase Buddhas and Maras are the same.
烦恼就是菩提，
Affliction is enlightenment. That sounds contradictory.
是菩提。
Affliction is an affliction. How can affliction be enlightenment? A Mara is a Mara. How can a Mara be a Buddha
烦恼跟菩
or
提
be the same? And affliction and enlightenment are also the same. Everything is the same.
什么是五盖？
So 5 enshroudments. And what are they?
这个
And we often say greed, anger, delusion, doubt, and pride.
你有贪念，有嗔念，
If you have thoughts of greed, anger, and delusion, doubts,
甚至掉举，
or you're always drowsy or sleeping or anxious and agitated,
焦虑。如果依正传来讲，
anxiety,
那个一个是忧郁，一个是躁郁。
there are symptoms of like depression versus anxiety.
这五盖啊，就是贪、嗔、痴。
So the 5 enshroudments are greed, anger, delusion, doubts.
怀疑的念头，
You're always suspicious.
全部都是佛种。
But all these are the seeds of the Buddha
来种，
or the seeds of the
盖
Tathagata.
为种，这根本就是颠倒啊！全部都是完全都是刚好相反。六入为种，什么是
So these are all
眼、耳、鼻、舌、身
contradictory. The 6 sense entrances are the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind.
这属于事。
These are considered a consciousness.
这个也是佛种。
These are also seeds of the Buddha.
你说这种眼、耳、鼻、舌、身、意，
So the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind.
六节，
We call them 6 thieves
这就是六节。
to the arhats.
因为往往是眼睛看到，耳
They are the thieves because what we see, what we hear, what we smell will affect your
关闭六节，
spiritual mind. So that's why you need to close off the 6 thieves, which means to kill the 6 thieves,
虽然这
to eliminate them. However,
也是如来的种。
the 6
七是
sense entrances are also seeds of the Buddha. and 7 consciousness realms. And what are they?
修罗地狱恶鬼畜生。
So the heavens, asura, human, hells,
另外
animal, and hungry ghost, plus
这天的三个地方，
the 3 places
一边
in the heavenly realm of formlessness,
处
the place of, the infinite emptiness, the infinite.
初禅、二禅
There are 3 places,
啊，初禅天，
and then the first, second, and third dhyana heavens,
从人道，
and from the human realm to the hell realms,
全部七世处为种，
and they all considered the 7 consciousness realms, and they are all the seeds of the Tathagata.
八邪法为种，
8 wrong practices. That's even more.
邪魔外道，全部都是如
The demons, amara, demonic practices, and deviant practices.
我们人
And the 9 afflictive realms, what are they? We have 3 major afflictions.
现在就有，
Even now,
你最
separated from the loved ones.
远的地方，
The person that you love most is always at the farthest place.
只爱
Oh, not always, but
真会，
when.
你最讨厌的人呐、
And
就在你身边，
the person that you despise most is always next to you,
求不得。
and not getting what you want.
你本来想求什么呢？你都没有。不要讲说那个中乐透，中乐透大家都中，不会中的。
Talking about winning lotteries, you don't win big prizes, but we win small prizes. But many people have won in Trubhuda School.
你看吗？这3种烦恼，本来只有3种烦恼，但是这3种烦恼啊，也经过很多事。
So these 3 kinds of afflictions have been
9恼，
in the past, present, and future. So altogether becomes 9 afflictive realms, and they are also seeds.
在最远的地方，
So the one that you love most is at the furthest place that you cannot see,
天天都看到。
and you can't see them. But people that you hate most, you see them every day.
然后再加上一种烦恼，求不得，
And you don't get what you want.
求不到。
Whatever you like, you don't get.
这3种烦恼，翻成过去、现在、未来，加起来乘以
So 3 kinds of afflictions for the past, present, and future. So 3 times 3 is equal 9.
十不善道为种。
So the 9 afflictive realms are also seeds.
我们经常谈到
And then the 10 unwholesome paths. We often talk about the 5 basic precepts, not to kill,
生，
but you kill.
把它变成放生，就是善。
And then when you release captured animals, then that would be good.
就是不善道。再加上
So when you kill, lie,
十不善，
steal, sexual misconduct, and drink, then that's unwholesome.
十不善道也都是如来种。杀生的， 喝酒
So the 10 unwholesome paths are also seeds of the Tathagata. So those who kill, who steal, who lie, who commit the sexual misconduct, who get intoxicated, they're all paths,
总归
seeds of the
言
Tathagata.
之。
In sum,
邪见及一切烦恼，
the 62 views and all afflictions are seeds of the Tathagata.
这就是文殊师利菩萨回答。
This was the answer by by Manjushri to Vimalakirti. By Manjushri to Vimalakirti. So I've said one
我们
thing,
众生都是如来种，
that all sentient beings are the seeds of the Tathagata.
对如来种。
So all sentient beings are all seeds of the Tathagata.
这时候啊，
So at this time,
为什么
Vimalakirti
会这样？业何为也？
asks,
维摩诘问的，为什么会
what
这样？
does this mean? Huh? Vimalakirti.
文殊师利就回答：
Oh, and Manjushri replied,
你看我们在这世界上有没有感觉到？大家有没有感觉到？
did you feel in this world
这个一切都是很苦。释迦牟尼
that everything is suffering? Sakyamuni Buddha, when giving Dharma speech, often said,
是很苦，
actually, the human world is full of suffering,
像那个爱别离，
like the suffering of being separated from the loved ones, or of meeting the despised ones, or not getting what we want. They're all sufferings.
这个苦多于乐。
More suffering than happiness, especially when you're sick, when you don't have a healthy body. That suffering is hard to bear.
有病的时候，真的是。
So when you're ill, that's really a lot of suffering.
我常常在说
So
之前，他就
prior to giving a Dharma teaching, Sakyamuni Buddha often reminded everything is suffering.
我由这句话呢，我就想到，
From that statement, it led me to think,
其实也没有什么太快乐的事情让你快乐。
there is no such nothing that would make you so happy.
看到
There's nothing to make you happy.
觉得
Seeing
我也担忧，
a birth,
都要受苦。
it seems like a happy occasion, but I would worry
到生病
how they would suffer when they grow up.
心中也很，
Or when I see an ill person, I feel pain in my heart.
心中也很痛。
Like seeing Simu, I feel pain in my heart that I cannot express with words.
忍受。如果
Her suffering is unbearable. If her suffering had happened on me, what else can I do? What would I be able to do?
我很佩服师母，
So I truly admire Simu. She's truly strong.
她的这个毅力啊，比我还厉害。
Her determination is much stronger than mine.
我有一点苦，我就受不了。
I can't bear sufferings, but her suffering was
我看她这个样子，
incredible.
天哪！
And when I saw her like that, oh my God, what happened?
马上流泪，
And immediately I would cry.
太苦。
Too much suffering.
有一次，我帮她洗澡，
One time I helped her bathe.
人讲说皮包骨，你没有看过吧？
Talking about
就是
a bag of bones,
就像一
just like that, just skin wrapping the bones. And I thought, wow, how could it
看到哦，
be like this? When I saw that, Amitabha, and I couldn't hold it,
不敢看。
and I didn't dare to
全
look,
身的骨头全部变形，
and all the bones in her body have changed shape.
她能够硬撑着这样子下去，
But she could still hold on to it.
实在是太超强的毅力。
She's really has super duper strong determination.
真的不知道怎么办，
Had it been me, I don't know what I'd do.
又不能到
You can't kill yourself. You can't go to Canada to get a euthanasia.
拒绝加拿大 非加拿大人不可以到加拿大安乐死。
But now they have a restriction that non-Canadian cannot get a euthanasia in Canada.
西雅图也有，美国也有。
And Seattle also has euthanasia, but has more or stricter requirements. Of course, it also exists in Switzerland. So euthanasia would not be right either.
不安乐死呢？
But if you don't take that, you live a hopeless life. It's better to die than to live.
肉体的痛。
Has the pain of the physical body, and there's also the pain of the emotion or mental, psychologically or mentally, mental pain.
还有年纪大了，你知道吗？
And also old age.
我80岁的生日就到了。
My 80th birthday is coming up soon.
我以前听到说80岁。
In the past, when I heard 80,
我的妈呀，80岁！
oh my gosh, 80.
现在换我80岁。
Now it's my turn to be 80.
怎么活？
How does one live on?
不过这些呀、全部都是
However, all these are the seeds of the Tathagata.
全部都是如来。
All afflictions are the seeds of the Tathagata.
我很感叹这个人生啊，真正快乐的时间呢、都是一刹那一刹那。
I really ruminate on that happiness in this world is just flashes.
它就是苦的根源呐、
It's
快乐引起的苦。
so happiness
很爱你，
is the source of suffering. That at first they really, really love you, and then it becomes really, really hate you. That things happen
爱恨呐、根本是同一个东西。
because love and hatred are the same
本来
thing.
很爱的人，后来变成很恨的。
So at first,
快乐很快乐，
it's something that you really, really love, and then it becomes something that you really, really hate. Or it starts with happiness, and then it becomes true
没
suffering.
有健康的身体。
Without a healthy body, where can you find happiness?
所以，我们了解到人生以后，
After understanding human life,
佛菩萨叫你悟，
you need to realize, to be enlightened about the birthlessness.
娑婆世界
The Buddhas and Bodhisattvas taught us that you have never existed in this Saha world.
就是净土。
But the Vimalakirti also states that the Saha world is also the Pure Land,
从来没有想过。
something that you've never thought of. We hate
本身就很讨厌
samsara. I personally hate samsara. But Vimalakirti says,
入世就是出世，出世就是入世。
being in the world is the same as transcending the world. The Saha world is the Pure Land.
所谓人，
Therefore,
就是
the so-called
里面讲出来的。
Pure Land in the human world is from the Vimalakirti Sutra. Affliction is enlightenment is also from Vimalakirti Sutra. That Mara is a Buddha. It's also from the Vimalakirti Sutra.
全部都是佛的种。
That all afflictions are the seeds of the Tathagata.
你只要悟无生，
As long as you
你马上
are enlightened to birthlessness, then immediately all your afflictions become enlightenment. If you realize the birthlessness, then the Mara is a Buddha.
无生，
If you understand birthlessness, then the Saha world is the Pure Land.
这个时候啊，5:14，真的这个时候是
Now it's 5:14.
快得很哦。
Time flies.
你不要讲，我现在讲我80岁了。
Now I'm saying that I'm 80,
眨眼，
but let me tell you,
你
with the blink of an eye, you're no longer here. You're leaving very soon,
眼睛一眨，
just in the blink of an eye. One is gone.
我最近也领悟到，
Luckily, Grandmaster has been enlightened about birthlessness
变成永恒的快乐。
and transforming all the sufferings into eternal happiness. Grandmaster, being around you, we feel like we're in the Pure Land. Very happy.
对啊，
That's right.
谢谢你啊，
Thank you.
谢谢你这样子讲。
Thank you for saying it.
有时候晚上啊，我一个人
Sometimes
晚上睡觉，
alone, late at night, before bed,
自己的本尊
I,
要最敬你。
to my own yidams, Golden Mother, Amitabha Buddha, Siddhikarbha Bodhisattva,
我跟他们祈祷，
I pray to them.
晚上跪下来祈祷，
I kneel and pray at night,
泪流满面。
and with tears washing my face. Lots of suffering.
所以我常常讲，
That's why I often say,
你自己的苦加注在别人的身上，
don't dump your suffering onto other people. Let me tell you,
心中不能够有
in your heart and mind, never ever have hatred, resentment, or grudges.
不能够有恨，
You cannot have any hatred or grudges.
你恨了别人，
If you hate someone, that person,
你
the,
自己
the
受
object of your hatred will also suffer.
你心中有
But you yourself also suffer because you have hatred in your heart, and that hatred is tormenting yourself.
加注在别人身上，
And at the same time, you pour it or place it onto other people too, so that sufferings multiplied.
你要把
So why?
这恨拿掉，
You should eliminate the hatred inside your heart
厌求不得，
and resentment, grudges, because you can't get what you want, because you can't get what you love,
这个人可恶，
or you hate someone.
你已经受到可恶这个恶
Then you are already tormented by that
还给那个人，那个人也痛苦。
despicable, and then when you express it to that person, that person also suffers.
我这个愿
So I have made a vow,
就是说，我绝对
and the vow is in this lifetime
告别人。
I will definitely not sue someone.
你知道那打官司吗？
Do you know about the
自
lawsuit?
己折磨自己，
You torment yourself,
被告的那个人，
and then you also torment the other party. So both sides
为
suffer.
了自己吃亏，也不可以去告别人。
You know, you might as well you
你心中的恨，心中
you lose, but you don't inflict it upon other people.
消除掉。
So you need to eliminate all hatred, resentments, grudges, discontents out of your heart mind. So otherwise you are tormenting yourself and tormenting other people at the same time. So I kept reminding that your heart and mind should be vast and boundless, that you can tolerate and encompass all sentient beings, whether others hate you, dislike you, despise you, hold grudges against you. You need to embrace them all. As a bodhisattva, you need to be able to bear them all on your own without not inflicting upon others. Only then you are a bodhisattva. So, but if you let it out onto others, then others would suffer, and you also suffer yourself. You're also tormenting yourself. So that's how it is. The so-called love, hatred, affections, and revenge, they're all tormenting yourself and tormenting others. So that's why you need to be enlightened about the importance of birthlessness, that fundamentally you are not here, you are not in the Saha world, that nothing exists. That's all for today.